them skills. Yeah, so suspenseful. I'm up in the field. Saw it in my eyes, it was the Tiger Hill. Gon' jump off the line and see the flight of field. Rewrite your history off this line right here. Your best bet be ahead, easy to get rich or dead. Trying, this ain't never new, I just be 10 steps instead. Snooze I won't, I can't lose, ready, rest or up bed. Do what you can.
Coach, thank you much. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Seattle Seahawks and the Los Angeles Rams. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Let's go.
Now Haskins on first down, and this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
The goal of anyone running a curl route is to make sure you try and get defenders on your back and shield them away from the football. But sometimes even when you run a good route, the defense finds a way to knock it away.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. 3rd down. Here's Haskins. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
Let's go. 18 gator. It's on field. It's on.
On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a first down for L.A.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. On 1st down, it's Haskins. That one complete. He finds Sharp. A gain of 32 that time. You think back to the Super Bowl against New England, the Rams never even got into the red zone in that game, and now here they are in the red zone on their opening drive with a first down. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
2nd down and goal. Haskins toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
Mike 10. Look small. Mike 10. Watch the slant. Hey, we got Mike 10 right here.
On 3rd and goal, Haskins into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Watson. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. This is intercepted. Picked by Darryl Worley. And he will returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Set, hut, you can't read. Check 52, come on. Clean, give them up. 50.
Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. That is caught by Cohen. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. Not able to go anywhere that time. Second down.
This is where his eyes told him everything he needed to know. As a linebacker, when you're sitting at the second level and you can see everything in front of you, that play just developed right in front of him, and he got there in a hurry and made a really nice play.
Mike 52, Mike 52. You must be getting tired of seeing me. Hey, Mike.
Throwing again on second down. Haskins gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
He wasn't ready.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down.
Mike 10. Mike 10. Mike 10.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch.
From the gun, Haskins on third down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
But to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline, and now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating.
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it.
Your trip is here, baby. Your trip is here. It's at 218. 155.
Looking to throw again on second down. Watson. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
It's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
54 Mike.
To throw is Watson on third down. And that is incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on third down to bring up fourth. And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on fourth down and 9. Here's Watson. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on fourth. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection, maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you wonder, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too.
And this throw will be intercepted. Picked by Darryl Worley. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
And he will take it out to the 25-yard line. Nicole Hardman, the intended target. Bear in mind they had 2 interceptions last week, but that was in 4 quarters. They've got 2 here in the first quarter alone.
And the unsung people in this streak, the pass rushers. Because most of the time, they're the ones that affect things in the pocket for a quarterback trying to throw the football, rushing them, getting them off their spot, harassing them, and that allows the defensive backs, the linebackers, to swoop in and make the picks downfield.
And they're swooping.
Complete to Braxton Berrios. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Looking to throw, Haskins. The screen pass here to Cohen. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of 4. Now third down. And that screen there on second down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying it is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball
tipped up in the air, and you come back and try to pick up the first down on third down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A. I think everyone in the stadium saw that big hit coming.
And I, as a former defensive back, have to admit I'm a little disappointed. He actually was able to hold on to the ball. He brought the lumber on that play. Give my man a whole lot of credit for taking the hit and possessing the football.
And picking up the first down. Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 11 at the 36-yard line.
On the set. Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
Here's a handoff to Cohen running right. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Haskins on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. And they'll indeed go for it with Haskins. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. First down Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Check safety. Check safety.
Throwing now, Haskins on 1st down. Looking deep downfield. Derwin James with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left, early in November, but they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have gets chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions may be in the back of his mind. On 2nd and 10, Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Again, it's Watson. Being chased out left. Throwing deep for Galladay. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. first down, a run with Cohen. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last two drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Second down, Haskins. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
Rashawn Gary on the tackle. 1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 18-yard line.
They'll run on second down with Cohen. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. The Rams on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Haskins out of the gun. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Derwin James with a pick. He's got the lane, and there he goes. He's at the 40, past the 20, 10, 5, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski, and that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now a 7-0 game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Check 52's the mic. Check 52's the mic. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
2nd and 10. Here's Haskins again. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL.
Mike 52, Mike 52. Watch the run.
Haskins looking to throw on first down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
After the interception, here's Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks for those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Once more, he was trying to get it to Kenny Galladay, but now it'll be third down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing it to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Myers connects on the PAT, and that'll make the score 14-0. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. This is Cohen on the toss. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8 at the 39-yard line.
Watch the twins.
On second down now, it's Cohen. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
No, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on third down to keep the drive going. To throw on third down, Haskins. And now here is another interception. Derwin James with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
I'm coming after you.
To throw again on second down, Watson. And He's got his man on the out route. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. They get 17 on that one, move the chains, first down Seahawks.
What's up? 19, 54. Here we go. Hey, 31. Hey, one set. Check, Mike, 54. Mike, 54. Check. 54.
Now a first down throw, Watson. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That'll pick up the first down for Seattle on a gain of 18. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. From the gun, here's Watson. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield.
Watson's pass complete to Saquon Barkley. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Now here's Jason Myers. He gets set for the Seahawk field goal. From the left hash, this from 39. And Myers able to knock it through. And that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
On the return, the Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Back to the air, Watson on second down. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
On the move to his left. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. The screen gets 7, but it's not enough, and it'll be fourth down.
Watch the screen. Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Let's go deep, tighten up. Let's go deep, tighten up.
They are going for it. Here's Watson. This will be caught by Brown. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. And the coach has decided to challenge this play. He has tossed down the red flag.
Here we go.
A gain on the play. And the Rams first down.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
On the Seahawks 28-yard line.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the mic. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Now Haskins looking for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Throwing again is Watson, rolling to his left. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one good for 26 and a first down.
I think by now it's been demonstrated quite well in the NFL that mobility is an attribute. But when you couple it with accuracy, you've really got something going. Able to get outside the pocket and complete the pass.
Now a play fake here on first down. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Golladay. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's good for 28 yards.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
He's going to take off with it. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Seattle.
19, 54. Let him know, let him know. Let him know.
From the red zone now, Watson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Watson, going to throw again. Flush to his right. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Let's get that ball, dude. Let's get that ball right here.
On 3rd down, Barkley. And they will get to him at the 7 and stop him short of the first down marker. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Back to throw, Watson. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Now Haskins to throw on 2nd down. That one complete. He finds Sharp. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
52's the mic, boys. 52.
Now Haskins on 1st down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 45. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8.
The last time we saw 7, 2001, right?
Yeah.
Ty Detmer. He's with the Lions at that time.
Right there.
To get to 8, are we sure he knows what color jerseys his team's wearing in this one?
I don't know. It has not been good.
Hey, watch that. Check Mike. 59. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54.
On 1st and 10, Watson dancing to his left. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run. On 1st down, Watson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Watson to throw again. That is caught inside the 5. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll come out in the pistol. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, Watson hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And now the Rams have got it going the other way. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but it's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
And instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. Now they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. And it's incomplete. Now, defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete passer we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
2nd and 10 now. Haskins looking middle, and it's incomplete. Jabril Peppers, a former 1st-round pick, there on the coverage. So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since.
10's the mic. All right. Here we go. Let's go.
3rd down. Here's Haskins. And that will be incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Mike 52. 6-man. Check curls.
They're going on 4th down. Haskins. And this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. On first down, it's Watson. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And nearly intercepted. That would have been a hat trick, his third pick of the game. Instead, second down. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. To throw again. Watson forced out to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Tack McKinley able to record his 5th sack of the season. 3rd and long. It's Watson. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call, but for a second there I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
You were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
This is caught. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Here's Watson.
He gets his first catch there, but all in all, when you're talking about the #1 receiver in the NFL coming into this game, and we're just talking about the first catch there, I think they're doing a nice job of bottling him up.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Here's Watson. Eluding the pressure right. He'll try and run it. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. 3rd and goal. This L.A. Rams defense will try to bow up once more. Now it's Watson. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. Yeah, the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. They were looking to pass the ball there, but they forgot to account for the man with the football.
Yeah, I can hear people right now saying, well, why don't you have a spy in your defense, someone who will dance with him and go where he goes? Well, oftentimes if you utilize a spy, you've taken away someone in coverage as well. And oftentimes, the spy, not as athletic as the guy he's trying to keep up with, so he gets defeated anyway.
And he turns 3rd and goal into a touchdown. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complimentary football?
Oh, Cohen lost the football, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. Even the great ones, some of the best, they're not immune to the fumble, and here it really hurts them.
If the ball gets away from any runner's body, that's when the defense pokes at it, swipes at it, swats at it, and finds a way to create a big play for themselves.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it. But you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. On first down, it's Haskins. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
But sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well. And if they chip away.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Ed Oliver in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
It's now third down.
The Rams on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and a mile. Here's Haskins to throw. He is going to find Hill here. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 44-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll run on first down. It's Cohen. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
It's now 3rd and 9.
The first down line at the 34 here on third down. From the gun, Haskins on third down. And now here is another interception. Picked off near the 32. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Throwing now, Haskins on first down. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. There defensively to knock it away was the safety, Justin Reed. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Check. Hayward. 52's the mic, boys. 52. Come on.
Now a shotgun handoff to Cohen. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had the incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And his kick is good. And now they'll just need 4 touchdowns as the deficit is now 28. Well, this one provided some good drama down to the very end. That last kickoff return, for a moment, thought he might break it, but in the end, they get the tackle and stop the drama.
You were starting to have more fun, weren't you?
Well, I was starting to stand up.
Yeah, you were into that one. Who knew? We thought maybe they might get that miracle finish that they were looking for. Didn't quite get it done.
So for the...
Dash, got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. 10-4, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, oh there with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, yeah. They can't get up in the neck and the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. They on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Heat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, unanimous. Big dogs, I don't think they can handle this. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerging victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, is glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. 10-4, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, oh there with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash. they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am. It's no need in keeping it low-key. I can carve up the D like a turkey or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the Jets. The coach will regret even letting them stay in the game. Team morale took a tumble. Next time. Footwork fantastic. Dominated